Brandy and Julie came on Jeff Lewis Live. Clearly, they had a freaking Jeff Lewis after show. Fortune Feimster comes on Juicy Scoop. She comes on Jeff Lewis Live. So why was he any different? Is Chris Frangiola another one that's not allowed to come on? We don't even know, right? So it's kind of weird. I don't understand. Yeah, he said he really likes Justin. And a lot of y'all reminded me, I kind of had forgotten this, but I don't know. I think West Hollywood is West Hollywood and, but I think Stu and Justin Martindale had a little thing at one point. I definitely don't think they dated or anything serious. So I don't think it would make Jeff feel any sort of way, but somebody says Jeff was probably kidding. Well, it doesn't sound like Justin took that to mean as kidding, because I think even though he doesn't sound like he said anything to Heather at the time, that was the first, what did he say? That was like the first thing where their friendship started like sliding. That was the first thing he realized was, oh, it's freezing again. Okay. I guess go to Instagram Live if you're on that. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on YouTube. Valerie says, can someone please call Jeff's show and ask if he can have Justin on? I sort of wonder how that works. Just like the other day when Doug and Carney Monday took that phone call from whatever this fan account is, this Miranda's Clam 2.0 thing. I do not know. I guess she made a comment today, something about maybe that Shane's a little bit, he's got a tiny bit of a crooked smile. And she, he, it, they, whoever it is, said something about maybe it could be syphilis. I mean, I don't know who that account is. They get on my lives. They comment all the time. I don't know who it is. I have to believe it's kind of a fake account. Heather's going to be the third tornado, somebody said. Well, you heard it from me, because when he first said that, when Paul shared with him that there was going to be 3 people, he mentioned clearly Brandy and Julie, and he mentioned, thank you, Annette. And then I think this third person was a close friend. So I think it's going to be Megan, or I think it's going to be Heather McDonald. Now that this has come out, I almost think it's going to be Heather McDonald. I don't know. I mean, Megan is on tomorrow with Sarah Foster, so I don't think there's any issues going on there. I clearly talked about kind of not a sensitive, what is the word? I felt a little bit of an off thing with Jeff and Megan, but all of us can go through things, or we can all have a bad day. If I were recorded 24/7, or, my pre-show, my commercial breaks, my after show, what Jeff does, yeah, maybe we could all look at that and go, oh, it seems like he and Megan are a little bit mad with each other. I do think he has strong feelings about that she should have invited some of the chumps for her birthday party, this fairy birthday party. But the fact that she didn't want to, I sort of love that Megan sticks up for herself and tells Jeff, no, maybe you want to mix your friend groups, but I don't want to mix my friend groups, right? Anyways, have we talked about Heather and Justin enough? Do we want to move on to Jeff Lewis Live and the after show that had Joey Zalzig and Carrie Lewis on? A lot of you are saying you agree that Heather's the third volcano. Megan has been having a blast on the yacht. I sort of hope we talk about it tomorrow for sure. Rick and Kelly show this morning, by the way. I missed it yesterday, and I try not to miss it. But, well, hi, Kathy Hilton in my Instagram Live. You're fair. Wait, what do you mean you're fair? Like I'm fair-skinned? Or why am I getting red? Oh my goodness. Do you think Kathy Hilton wants to come on and say hi? Oh my goodness. Y'all, she started following me a few weeks ago, and clearly a lot of us have been talking about her sister, Kyle Richards, and the whole... Krista says, I'm going to pass out. Me too. Kathy Hilton has entered the chat. Oh my goodness. Shout out Kathy Hilton. But, her sister is in the news. So I always said, oh my God, I noticed that when she started following me, that I'm like, I hope she's not looking at my stuff, because, I am going to talk about the Kyle Richards of it all, because it's interesting to me. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm fair in my viewpoints. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Let's see if Kathy will join live. I would just die. Okay, yeah, I don't know if she's still in or not. Oh, she is. Oh my goodness. Hello, Donna Bowling. How are you? Everyone's saying hi to you, Kathy. Sarah is fair. She sees both sides and doesn't rush to judgment. That is such a compliment, because I think anyone that, puts themselves out and does content, just like when Zach Peter came on yesterday and he was saying, look, it's hard to put yourself out there. We get a lot of criticism. People can nitpick everything. Y'all, people blast me for the color of my freaking eyes. I'm like, hello, it's genetic. I can't do anything about my eyes. So, people want to nitpick you for everything, but it is really hard to put yourself out there. But sometimes when you're live, like I am 5 days a week, you may not say everything right, but it is what it is. I do have strong feelings. That's why I spend my time and energy doing a fan account. I love it. And y'all change my mind sometimes. So I love the interactive part of this. Oh, Kathy Hilton, just put the camera up. We just want to hear your voice. You don't even have to put it, or show one of your precious puppies. Kathy Hilton says, I have a facial mask on. I look awful, or I would. Can you tell us, just comment, are you really a late night owl? Everyone says that about you, and I think you stay up really late. I love that about you. And I would love to hear how Paris's little baby boy is doing. Oh my gosh, how old do y'all think he is now? Remind me when he was born, Kathy. Oh my gosh. Your kids are so beautiful. Kathy and, Paris and Nikki. I love a facial mask, everyone says. How do you see she's on? She's on my Instagram live. So when people come up, it says Kathy Hilton just joined or whatever it's called. Kathy Hilton says, yes, she is a night owl. Oh my gosh, I'm just dying that I'm talking to Kathy Hilton. Kathy, so you are one of the ones that at BravoCon 2020, he's 6 months old. Aw. Everyone's begging you to come on live, even if you just said your voice. So at BravoCon 2022, there were these lines that you could wait in to get a picture taken with people. Kathy Hilton's line was by far the longest. All I did was I kind of went up to the side and took a picture of her from that way. But anyways, it was amazing. She definitely had the longest line for sure. Oh my gosh, Tara Mike, from your typing to Jeff Lewis's ears. Oh my gosh, I would love to be on an after show or chat anything. I've been doing this since last June, and I think he's well aware how much I love him and his content and everyone. So anyways, but that would be so fun. Okay, let's get started. So today was Cynthia Bailey. I'm so distracted because YouTube was messing up, and now Kathy Hilton is on my Instagram live. I'm just dying. Kathy would be great on Jeff Lewis Live. Oh my gosh, he would ask so many great questions. That would be amazing. So today was another housewife, Cynthia Bailey and Doug Buden. I am so glad that she didn't want to talk about farting today. It just kind of grosses me out. I just don't want to hear it. I don't really remember anything huge that she said, except that this business deal that she has with Sutton Strack, I don't think she could have explained it if she tried. Like, Jeff was kind of making it seem like it's a scam. I don't know what it is. From what I remember Sutton saying, they don't even pay for these clothes, right? Oh, it's blasting your audio. Okay, thank y'all. Y'all just got to tell me the mic is too loud. Or maybe I could take it. Is that better if I take it away from me a little bit more? I already talk loud enough as it is, so I'm trying to adjust. Y'all let me know. Y'all are so sweet to give me such nice constructive criticism. I thank you so much for not being super mean to me. I am just a mom trying to figure out all this technology. I don't really know what I'm doing, so somebody told me I needed better audio, so I got a mic finally, but all of this stuff terrifies me. So as long as I know somebody tells me what to buy and everything, I need to do it. But anyways, Kathy Hilton. Oh, I wonder, Kathy, are you friends with Candy Spelling? Y'all are both such huge people in the Beverly Hills area for so long and raising your kids together, similar kids' ages and stuff. So that's a great question. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't really remember much about it. Today is Monroe's first day of first grade. Jeff Lewis said that she's a little bit nervous about it. So let's all wish Monroe good thoughts, well wishes. Yes, I did repost the picture that Jeff Lewis put up. So I haven't been asked by anyone to remove it. Jeff Lewis is very aware of my account. He would tell me for sure if he wanted me to ever change anything or not post something, not do it. So anyways, no, I don't have merch. Oh my gosh. What else? On the after show was Joey and Carrie. Carrie tells a story about their Monday date night this week. I think it was this week. And this is so Todd. Todd stops off at some random house that he bought from somebody on Craigslist. He said Craigslist. Is that still even a thing? Or like Facebook Messenger. And he buys this pre-owned 12-foot skeleton or something for Halloween. I'm sort of there for that. That sounds like something I would do. My husband would never buy anything for a discount. So as I've said before, I do think there's always a saver and a spender in the relationship. What do you think Kathy Hilton is? I feel like Kathy Hilton is the saver. Even though she puts caviar on a baked potato, which I've never even tried caviar. Kathy Hilton. I will be out in LA September 30th through October 1st. Oh my gosh, I would love to try some caviar with you. Oh my gosh, when you just die. Y'all think she's the saver. Some people think she's the spender. I can't decide. I don't know. Kill two birds with one stone. Go to dinner and get the decorations. So Todd, absolutely. Somebody asked if I'm going to go to Sutton's Boutique. I've already been. I went in last June. I did a recap of it. I wasn't that impressed. There was hardly anything to buy. I did see the white t-shirt that had the Sutton label in it. I don't think it had a size or a price. It was kind of weird. There was very little to buy. I think she said that she is going to try to have more inventory now. But yeah, we went on a Saturday right after the Jeff Lewis Amazon launch party. And there was somebody in there, but it was locked. We had to knock on the door to be let in. It was kind of weird. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if I had dinner with Kathy Hilton? I think she'd be a hoot. I mean, she's so hunky-dory, right? Did I see Doug working there? Did he put up a video of that? I didn't see a video of him doing that. I don't think she would shop. She loves Costco. That's what she told Jeff Lewis. Candy Spelling, I don't know. Anyways, then in the after show, they get into, so Joey keeps saying he's bisexual, but today it kind of confused me because he talked about not that long ago, he's had sex with a girl. I'm like, okay, you are married to Brian. Like, do they have an open relationship? What does not that long ago to him mean? I don't really know what that means. Thank y'all for buying the badges and the super stickers on YouTube. I really appreciate it. No, we didn't buy anything. And trust me, the girl that was working there, we didn't look poor. I mean, we just come from a launch party, a brunch with Jeff Lewis. Or at Jeff Lewis, not with Jeff. Jeff Lewis was there. We didn't look poor or anything, but she was not looking at us like we were ready to shop at Sutton at all. Oh, you don't believe that Joey is bisexual? You think he's just saying it for like attention? That's weird. Oh, Nick, you changed your Instagram name. Nick James International used to be I Am Nick James, and he changed his name. He has somewhat of an open, if it happens, it happens. He said it the other day. Oh. So they don't care. That's interesting. I couldn't go for that. I don't know. I think he's just trying to figure out what he likes. But he's married. But then again, marriage is what everyone makes of it. So I need to remember that. Just because I have a traditional heterosexual monogamous marriage, that doesn't mean that that's what everyone's definition of marriage is. So I know I'm 50 years old. I can get like Jeff and have like old school mindsets in my brain. And then I have to realize, oh, wait a minute, there's other marriages going on. What does that mean, Chris Court? She knows Taurus. Oh, she knew that we look like Taurus. Oh my God, how embarrassing. That is something with my accent. When I was 22, I went to New York City for 8 nights with a friend that was 18, my boyfriend's little sister at the time. And she's from Houston, but never has an accent. Still to this day doesn't have an accent. And she basically was like, Sarah, if a stranger talks to us, do not talk. Because, we were kind of worried. We were by ourselves 8 nights in Manhattan, Times Square. And she was like, do not talk to any strangers. Because she knew as soon as I opened my mouth, I would sound like a tourist and people could, take advantage of us. Sutton definitely has an accent. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then Carrie tells someone called in and gave Carrie the best compliment. And it is so true. Carrie is such a great mom, working full time. She never tells us, I don't think, exactly what Pepper's medical issue is, but clearly she talks about whatever she said, I'm using the wrong words, but different people, disabilities, things like that, people with various abilities. And she talks about normalizing that. Special needs is the term she used. Thank you so much, Krista. I love that she says we're going to normalize that and talk about that every child, every human is not the same. We all have different issues in life to deal with. And she's not going to act like woe is me, or that, oh, it's so hard. She just talks about, you know what? Some things are easier for me to deal with Pepper than other kids that I've seen. And she's got Quinn, and she says some things are more challenging. And she gave Todd a big compliment because she said that she's glad that Todd is the partner that she has in life, because they can really help each other out and kind of make light of the things and kind of giggle about the things that Pepper does that makes things a little bit more challenging, but fun and funny too, right? So anyways, I love that. I think she's a great mom. Lady Grace says, Todd and Carrie do an awesome job with Pepper, for sure. I mean, if that's, I don't know, maybe not a reality show, because I think it could, I don't know, it's hard. The whole reality show with kids thing is hard when they're not really old enough to make the decision of like if they really want that or not. Oh, thank you, Pauline, for listening from Australia and buying the badges. Thank you so much. Well, we are going to wrap up. Is there anything last minute that you want to talk about? Don't forget to like. Don't forget to make a comment. Anything you say can, like, shout out from Ohio, shout out from Florida. Speaking of Florida, I hope everyone is doing okay with the hurricane. I know the news here was saying that it was going to be one of the worst ones ever, so I hope that's not the case. Clearly, I've been in Houston my whole entire life. I've been through a lot of hurricanes, and they're so stressful because they can be coming right at you and then they can turn, or they can be not coming at you and then they can turn. So it's really crazy. You want to talk about Rick and Kelly? Okay, so real quick, please rally for Justin, Michael Riley says. I am getting so much support for him just from me. I can only imagine the DMs, and he is responding to his DMs. So DM him at Justin Martindale. I'm sure he would love to hear it. And I'm really curious. What do you think? Do you feel like Heather is going to let this die out and not say anything? Or do you feel like she's going to address it? Do you feel like she'll address it on a Patreon only? Or do she'll put it out on a free thing or an Instagram story? I don't know. I really feel like, and I hate to say this, Heather McDonald follows me. I've chatted with her in DM. I saw her live show last BravoCon. I've got tickets for this BravoCon. I would hope that she understands. It's almost like Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, towards the end, whenever her personal drama came part of her stuff she needed to talk about, she was getting mad that people were talking about it, but she became the news. This is kind of what Heather McDonald is becoming, right? She is the one that chats about the juicy scoop of other people, but now she's involved in the juicy scoop with all this back and forth of her side and his side, right? Do I like Two T's in a Pod podcast? Not necessarily. I have listened to it a couple of times. I feel like they're always at a pissing contest with each other, and I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. And there's just also not enough time. There's so little time in the day. Kim said, I'm so surprised Heather thinks she should be invited to everything. I mean, I think we all want to be invited to everything. She's very busy. She's got a huge career. I don't think she can make everything. I think Jeff sort of understands that too. And I think Jeff does a good job of knowing what his friends need. Megan, I don't think could care less if she's invited to everything. You know what I mean? I don't think she really cares. I think she's just in her own world with Ben and her kids and her family and her Megan Weaver design. I don't think she cares. But I feel like he knows some people that really do. MJ is one. She's made it very clear that she wants to be invited. She wants to be an inner chump. And Heather McDonald. I think Heather McDonald's thing is because they kind of came up a little bit together. And I kind of feel that's what Andy Cohen and Jeff Lewis have together, is that they kind of came up together. In other words, they knew each other before they were super huge, before they were noticed on the sidewalk and recognized, right? Dolly Girl says, the wanting to get invited to everything is understandable, but to whine about it to people is juvenile. Yeah, it almost becomes more embarrassing, right? If you just, all of us have seen our friends on Facebook go out and do something. We're like, oh, that was nice. I wasn't even invited. But if I went on Facebook and said, oh, how sad, I'm sitting here alone on a Saturday night and 7 of my friends are out together. And I mean, no, I'm not going to give them the credit to embarrass myself and let them know they got under my skin. So I feel like when Heather does talk, I think she's trying to be relatable. I think she understands that she's got this anti-bullying theme going on. She talks a lot, I've been told, about, growing up and being bullied and being left out from girlfriends. So I think she kind of gets a lot of sympathy from that and she builds on that, right? So it all makes sense. Everything, this is why I said the other day, as much as it hurt me to say, that Bethany Frankel is right. It's all about views. It's all about ratings. And then it boils down to money if you're in it for the money, which, most people at some point are in it for the money, right? So Heather McDonald is well aware what's going to get views, what's going to get whatever. I mean, the Justin Martindale of it all. You know how many people, whenever I put up the video, said, oh my God, thanks for putting up the link to his podcast, because I would have never listened to it. I didn't know about any of this drama until you talked about it. So his podcast last night, I'm assuming, is probably one of his bigger ones, because we know drama is what people thrive on. That's what we stayed up late for last, right? Jane Francis, sad she doesn't like bullying, but she's throwing him under the bus. And that's sort of what I've been hearing lately about the Bethany of it all and the Rachel, how she's really coming at them hard, is that she's anti-bullying. But would I go to the Trace Amiga show? Absolutely. Yeah. And I am going to Chef Stew. That's what I'm coming out to LA for. So I love to meet up with y'all. I love to have breakfast with y'all. I love meeting other chumpettes because y'all are my people. I feel like we get along with everyone and we just understand all the inside jokes. But I'll be flying in early September 30th to LAX, and I'll fly out Sunday, October 1st from LAX. So I'll be staying in the West Hollywood area. I would love to hang out if you buy a ticket at realitybiteslive.com. There is a bundle. What I did, I saved $50. Chef Stew, go to his Instagram, go to Meet Amy Phillips Instagram. They're doing like this really cool thing. Nick, I've got an offer to be picked up from the airport. Oh my goodness. Yes, some chumpettes are going. They've already contacted me for sure. So, I've got people to hang out already at the brunch, which is 12 to 3. And I've got people to hang out with at the happy hour, which is 6 to 9 p.m. And then I want to go out afterwards. Y'all, if you know anything about me, I like to make the most of my quick trips. So I will not be like, oh, it's 9. Let's go back. I'll go back to my hotel. I want to go to Schwartz and Sandy's. I probably won't spend my time at like some fancy restaurant because, I'd rather go to a bunch of little spots. So I did hear, Raven, that the 2 T's in a Pod with Erica Jane was really good. And they were recording that at the Wynn Hotel, which we were at that morning, but we were flying out. We had to go to brunch at Lavo, so we couldn't make it. I was a paying member of Amy's Patreon. It's the only Patreon I've ever paid for. I did quit listening because I was never making time to listen to it. I wish everyone has told me too, they wish she would come back on SiriusXM because they liked her more there. I liked the banter with her and Jameson, the flutter, her and Jameson and Alyssa together. So, but it's just hard for me to make time to go over to Patreon. It's hard for me to make time to listen to other podcasts because there's just so much. I reviewed Lavo Brunch on a Monday show. Not good in my opinion. All 3 of us, none of us were impressed. Anyways. Okay, well, we try to keep this to about 30 minutes. I got distracted, a little bit of technical issues. Thank you for letting me know if the microphone is helping. And let me know if I need to turn it down, not talk so close to it. Like I'm assuming this is really loud. Erica's new younger man is darker skin and hair and was at the show the night I heard that he was there. There's some Reddit link that y'all put in there. What happened to Annie from Heather's show? So I will say real quick. Oh, you want to talk about Rick and Kelly? I will say real quick that Annie did comment. She started a new podcast. I listened to the first one. I think it's called Content Creative. She didn't say specifically she used to work for Heather McDonald. She just said, I used to work and be a producer at a very big, huge podcast. And I did all of her social media. So she's clearly talking about Heather McDonald. So I don't know why she left, if there was a rift. I don't know any of those details. But she did comment underneath Justin Martindale's most recent post about a sold out show that he did recently, like literally last night, I think. And then Justin commented, "Love you, babe," or something like that. So I don't think there's any issues between them two, which is good. Rick and Kelly. So I watched it today. Apparently it just cut off at the end. And I noticed that too, but I'd also seen a comment. So later he put up the last 7 minutes. So I don't know if they had a technical issue or what. Yesterday I didn't listen to it, or Mondays or Tuesdays. I don't remember which one it was. Anyways, but some of y'all were telling me, y'all were DMing me that she seemed like off or something. So she does say today that she had been, she was drinking a lot on this boat that they were on. And, so she was still kind of dealing with all of that. So I think she admitted that. Today's show was, oh God, what did they talk about today? I don't remember what they did. I listened to it, but God, that was at like 7:30 a.m. So now I'm forgetting what it was. Love the new Roni. It's so good. Me too. Aaron is my favorite. Oh, that's my reminder. Bethany Frankel's show. So Bethany is her YouTube show. It's usually about 10 to 15 minutes. It's crayon. Oh, yes. Port Matt. Rick and Kelly are coming on Jeff Lewis Live in 2 weeks, I think they said. They said they were supposed to be. And they said, I think they said he's asked them to do the after show. Is that what they said also? I think so too. I wish my YouTube comments would stay up. They do on my phone, but I can't go Instagram Live on my iPad. Instagram doesn't allow it. It's so weird. She was drinking because she had just flown. So she does that when she's flying, which a lot of people get nervous to fly, right? I don't, but a lot of people do. Please hit the like button, Krista says. Thank you so much. We are going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me live. It is way more fun. This is our place to chat all reality TV gossip. Of course, Jeff Lewis, anything adjacent. We do this every weekday at 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern on Instagram Live and YouTube Live. All my accounts, TikTok, YouTube, join the Facebook group, Jeff Lewis Obsessed is what everything is about. If you want to chat with me, please do it on Instagram DM. I think it's just an easier route. I don't love the comments, how they come across on the messages on TikTok or Facebook. I just think they're harder to see sometimes, especially if you send it through the page versus personally. Those are easier to see. Anyways, but please make sure to like, please make sure to make a comment. It helps all the other Chumpette community to find us. And I am taking all of your technical advice. I'm trying to look straight into the camera. It's hard because I'm used to looking straight at my eyes, but now I'm looking straight at you and then straight at you on YouTube. So anyways, thank you, Chumpettes. Have an amazing Wednesday. Bye. Sorry about the technical problems on Instagram.